Hello everybody, and welcome to an Avatar draft here on the channel. We're going to be diving in and hoping for the best. Let's see what we open. Okie doke, our rare is Aang's Iceberg, so nice little removal spell. You can flash this in for 3 mana, and if your opponent would remove it, if you have the mana available or some creatures to pay for waterbending or artifacts, you can sacrifice it. You can also exile one of your own non-land permanents if you really want to, so that's a good option to have as well. So pretty strong card, we'll probably be taking that. There is also Avatar Destiny as a rare. I'm not as big a fan of this one. There aren't tons of ways to fill your graveyard, and also there are ways to remove creatures without the creature dying, and so this card doesn't necessarily always come back to your hand and stuff like that, but it's a card I want to try at some point in the format. And then other than that, we have a third rare. This one's definitely a solid one because it's just pure upside almost. Like, you're going to have tons of basic lands, so it's going to come into play untapped, but like, it doesn't always give you tremendous value. I also really want to try Hama the Bloodbender. This seems like a great value card, and it's flexible because of hybrid mana. You usually want to play it in blue-black to make it easier, but it does give you some extra options. Okay, so we've started off with Aang's Iceberg, so we would like to follow that up with a white card if we could, because then we get deeper into the color of one of our only card we have. There isn't really a mono white card I care about in this pack. Water Tribe Captain is like playable, but nothing crazy. And then there's Air Nomad Legacy. If we wanted to go for a blue-white Flyers deck, this card could be good. I think blue-white Flyers is more of a deck that you get into once you just kind of have like a few Flyers, a few blue like control cards where it's like, okay, I want my opponent to attack me. I want to be in a racing situation. Like cards that deal damage to attacking creatures, for example, fit well in this type of deck. I don't think you want to like go, okay, I'm going to take a blue-white card and then just go all in on Flyers. There is Great Divide Guide, so nice 2-drop. Helps you like ramp up. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. Okay, please say this doesn't crash my draft. I think we're going to just take Heartless Act, though. Really good removal spell for 2 mana. And I don't mind playing Black-White. Black-White's a deck that I enjoy, or have enjoyed so far. Okay, pick 3. Okay, well, this card feels crazy to me. I'm surprised it's still in the pack. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like you flash this in, and because of firebending, you can get a lot of mana during combat, and so you basically have, like, cast this for X equals 2 or 3, like, relatively early in the game. Like, you don't have to get to 6 mana to cast this for X equals 2 or 3. You can have, like, a couple firebenders, and then all of a sudden, all of your creatures deal, like get massively juiced up. Like, for example, if you have Freedom Fighters, all of a sudden, this is, like, a 5-1, and the 1-1 is, like, a 4-1, or something like that. So, I think we are going to take this and see if we can make it work. If this doesn't work out, like if this ends up being a bad card, I think the second best option for us might be Airbending Lesson. I really do like this card, but it's looking like the red might be open. We see Tylee, Artful Acrobat. This card's really cool as well. 3/2 prowess, you can stop blockers. So we're going to take this, see if we can make it work, but we will, and it plays really well into red-white where we're trying to go wide. Interesting. Very interesting. So now there's not really crazy cards for me here. There's Gather the White Lotus. If I was playing like a heavy white deck, 5 mana, make 3 1/1s, scry 2. If I was like had more plains than mountains would be pretty reasonable, especially if I'm trying to go wide. And it only gets better. So I could take that. There's also Master Paku, 2 mana 1/3. You can fill your graveyard up with lessons for synergy. There's not really a good red follow-up. I don't love Boomy Bash. It's a card you can play for sure, but it's not a huge priority for me. And then, like, there's a couple black cards, like Corrupt Court Official, discard things, this Zuko's Conviction. Let's try taking Gather the White Lotus, see if we can maybe go heavy white. Though I guess this is heavy red card. Yeah, there's nothing I really care about that much in that pack. Okay. Now this is a much better pack. There's Twin Blades, which has been somewhat impressive. Especially against me. My opponents just like hit me for like 10 damage out of nowhere. There's also Freedom Fighters, which would go well into the red-white deck that maybe we're building. There is Glider Kids, which would just get me deeper into white. There's also Deadly Precision as a nice little like payoff for being a tokens deck. So we'll have to make a tough choice here, because this is a good removal spell if you have tokens to sacrifice. Glider Kids is the most reliable. Twin Blade. Let's just take Deadly Precision. I think we could abandon black still. I mean red still. And I don't think the Treetop card is that good. Firebending Lesson's fantastic, though. Getting this pick 6 is a bit of a signal. So we're definitely bouncing around a little bit, but this is a great removal spell. 1 mana, deal 2. 5 mana, deal 5. We could just still be a black-red deck, too. We don't have to be a white deck. We first picked this, and this was a speculative pick out of a weak pack. There is Razor Rings, too. This is the sort of card you want in like a blue-white Flyers deck, because you attack them, they attack you back, you kill their creature and gain some life, which helps you win those racing situations. Waterbending Scroll is kind of cool sometimes, but yeah, this is Firebending Lesson's the best card by a mile in this pack, I think. Okay. Zhang's Deserters. Team Avatar. Team Avatar also plays well in a token strategy because it either is a great removal spell or makes your tokens into monsters, kind of. There's also Kyoshi Battle Fan as a 2-drop that would be good in a deck. Sacrifice, easy to play for tokens. I think Team Avatar is a little bit better than Glider Staff. I think I want to take one of the white cards. White has seemed relatively open. Let's try taking Team Avatar. Maybe we'll get punished for doing that instead of taking Kyoshi Battle Fan, but I don't think we want Zhang's Deserters, and North Pole Patrol is pretty reasonable as well as a card. Yuyan Archers. There's another North Pole Patrol. I didn't talk about this last, but you can use this to ramp yourself up. You can use it to tap your opponent's creatures. Does some good stuff. For us, though, maybe we want Yuyan Archers. Fated Firepower is really good with this guy. Like Fated Firepower. How many 2-drops do I have? Do I have any? No, I don't have any 2-drops. So maybe I just need the Yuyan Archers. But this card's really good. You just deal like 6 damage to them or 5 damage when you ping them. We'll try to get one of those later. For now, we'll just take the Yuyans. I wouldn't mind Rabaru Troop. But we need to get our 2-drops under us if we want to play red-white. We could still just be black-red still as well. I mean, blue is maybe looking open. Geyser Leaper's a solid top-end card. We don't really have a tremendous reason to be white. Okay, I guess Wheeling Water Tribe Captain might mean that white's open. This was the only white card in that entire pack. There's also Lost Days, which is a pretty good blue card. I think blue might be open here, honestly. But we're just going to keep taking the cards we've been taking. Okay, Treetop Freedom Fighters will get more token synergies to go with our Fated Firepower and our Team Avatar. This is a strategy I've wanted to try. Just blue is wide open. Okay, we'll take Master Paku now. Blasting Jelly, I guess, is a playable. Okay. Wow, what a pickup. Oh my gosh, this card is perfect for us. Just make a bunch of tokens and then put a counter on each creature we control. Is this allies? Yeah, these make allies. These make allies. This is an ally. This is not an ally. But, like, this card is still nuts. And this card will dig us towards our really strong card. Avatar Aang would be cool to try if I opened it in, like, pack 1 or whatever. But I'm not going to go 4 colors right now. Especially when there's United Front, which is maybe one of the best cards in the entire set. And perfect for my strategy of playing red-white tokens. And what else would I want in this pack? There's nothing else crazy for me. This card might be okay. But yeah, this is a very easy United Front. Okay, Firebending Student. X, where X is this creature's power. I think we'll just take Suki, maybe. Just giant 4-drop. Double white, but giant 4-drop that attacks and grows our board. I also wouldn't mind playing Iroh's Demonstration. 1 to each damage of our opponents, and then 4 damage to target creature. Maybe this is better than Suki. Yeah, it's probably better. I don't really need to random 4-drops as much. As just great removal. This has to also be able to attack. Yeah, I'm just going to take the deal 4 for 2 mana. That's pretty good. And then I get a Suki anyway. Rewarded. This card, this is a pretty interesting pack for us because it's got a reasonable 2-drop, another 2-drop that could be good for us, Tylee, which is pretty strong, though our 3-drop slot doesn't really need any help. We have, this is more of an expensive card, but we have 1, 2, I guess we could use more 3-drops. These are like removal spells / utility spells. This is like a removal spell. Suki's pretty good. Getting more 2-drops is good. Wandering Musicians could also be nice for buffing my whole team. Maybe this can wheel, though. And then Kyoshi Battle Fan's a nice 2-drop. Let's just take the Suki. I think Suki is going to be good for us. And then we can get a land. I like getting the land, though. I guess the land does make... This cares about having planes, but we still have double white and triple red cards in the same deck, so a land will help. Also, could take Heibai. Heibai has been pretty impressive for me. Sacrifice random tokens, grow this guy, then make something else giant later. I mean, we're probably not going to play Gather the White Lotus. This was a speculative card. Let's just move it away so we don't get too biased by it. I think the land is perfect for us here, though. Our deck is going to want to make sure we hit our colors. I do like Airbending Lesson. Nice little tempo play for our deck. And then there's Wandering Musicians. Maybe we can wheel one of these. And then, like, the combat trick's pretty good. But, yeah, let's just take Airbending Lesson. We're getting lots of good removal spells. Path to Redemption's another good one. Currently we have, like, this is creature, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This can maybe be creature if we need it. But we've got good removal here, which I think is often going to be the choke point. Airbending Lesson number 2 over Glider Kids. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we're kind of reaching the point where we don't need... We can just, like... Glider Kids is pretty reasonable. It doesn't really synergize with our stuff, but then again, neither does, like, Yu-Yan Archers. We just need this as for creatures. I'm going to keep taking the like, white cards here. And now we get a 2-drop. This is just what we needed. We have a lot of allies for Earth Kingdom Protectors, but the difference between a 1-drop and a 2-drop, if you're going to miss your 2-drop, you'd rather just play the more powerful card usually. We do have, well, we only have 3 allies actually. So yeah, this card doesn't do as much for us. Getting a Compassionate Healer is really nice. Good 2-drop. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kind of 7 creatures. We could always just play Gather the White Lotus. 5 mana, make a couple 1/1s. Scry 2 isn't great, but... Okay, Yu-Yan Archers, number 3. Or Fancy Footwork. I think we take Yu-Yan's. I don't think Yu-Yan's actually very good. I think it's actually kind of weak. But I think we just need to have more creatures in general. Yep, we'll just keep taking Yu-Yan's. Beautiful. We could take Kyoshi Battle Fan, or we could take the 4-drop. Let's just take Kyoshi Battle Fan. Get another 2-drop. Because the more 2-drops we get, the more likely we are to be able to cut the Yu-Yan Archers. Okay, pack 3. What do we see here? Well, there's a Wandering Musicians. Maybe we can wheel that. We did almost take the last one, but I think Kyoshi Battle Fan's pretty good for our deck. Here, I guess there's another Kyoshi Battle Fan as a 2-drop. And then there's also Glider Staff. And then we can, like, turn our little guys into, like, threats that they have to answer. It's pretty good with Yu-Yan. So between this and another Kyoshi Battle Fan. Let's just take the Kyoshi Battle Fan, honestly. Because we don't have, like, giant creatures to jump other than, like, Suki. This land, honestly, is pretty good for us because with Fated Firepower, it lets us cast that during combat pretty effectively. Like, it turns... I guess it just ramps us by 1 mana for Fated Firepower. So maybe we'd rather just take, like, Glider Kids. You might notice I keep passing Wandering Musicians. It's because I don't really prioritize it that much. Let's take Glider Kids. I think a 3-drop that helps us pressure them will be pretty reasonable. Kyoshi Warriors is perfect. 2 bodies, 1 card. Plays well with like everything we have. Love this. This is one of the reasons I haven't been prioritizing 4-drops, is because this is a really good 4-drop that I know I want to play if I see it. Fire Nation Cadets. We have a couple lessons. We have 4, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, but not enough to make the Fire Nation Cadets anything too special. But yeah, we have like the bare minimum number of 2-drops I'd like. I don't like that they all have 1 toughness. We're going to get absolutely obliterated when our opponents play Kyoshi Warriors type cards. But such is life. Ooh, Jet. This is tough. Jet is really good, I think. We have a lot of creatures now. We have a couple things that make multiple bodies. Like this thing makes multiple bodies. This thing makes multiple bodies. But then there's also Firebending Lesson. Let's take Jet, see how good he is. I think he'll be a good top-end card for us. Okay, our ally count is at 7. So I don't think we're an Avatar Enthusiast deck. Master Piandao. Kind of a removal magnet. Ally equipment or lessons. So we're probably going to hit if we use that. Or we could just take Glider Kids. Or like that guy. I think we'll just take Glider Kids, honestly. I'd rather just have the cheaper card. This guy seems pretty good for us. When you attack, you get a clue. I have plenty of guys that can just attack in. Trigger that. Earth Kingdom's not anything crazy. Beautiful. Kyoshi Warriors, number 2. I'm feeling pretty good about how we've navigated this. Jet is looking a lot better now that we have a second Kyoshi Warriors. The Kyoshi Battle fans are looking good now that we have a couple of ways to make lots of tokens. Energy Bending. Kind of a synergy with Gather the White Lotus. I think we'll just take Earth Kingdom Protectors, though. Now we're up to 9 allies. It's looking much better now. Wow, we wield Glider Staff. I think we'll take the Glider Staff over the Wandering Musicians. And people are going to be like, oh, why do you keep passing Wandering Musicians? It's like, I don't know. I feel like there's another one that I could wheel as well. Glider Staff seems good, yeah. So now I get 1 Wandering Musicians. I don't think I ever want more than 1. And even then, I don't really care. Because like now I have like 5 4-drops. Like that's a lot of 4-drops. Glider Kids came back. I was prioritizing Glider Kids maybe a little too highly. I just think it's kind of nice to have a 3-drop that gets to attack pretty easily. This might not be a Glider Staff deck. Ooh, yep, yep. Yep, yep, could be better than the Enter the Avatar state for me because my creatures are kind of small. Okay, so looking at this deck, what do I want to cut? Well, I think we're going to cut Gather the White Lotus because by turn 5, on average, like let's just say we'll have like 2.5 1/1s. Though I guess we can wait until turn 6 and then make 3 1/1s. Scry 2. But like some games will make only 1 or 2. It's like, it's kind of tough, but we can consider it. I think we're going to cut Enter the Avatar state. I think we're going to cut... We have 1, 5, 6, 7 2-drops. I don't know if we want 4 Yuyan Archers. They do make it harder to flood out. Water Tribe Captain's good for buffing our whole team. I don't know if we're a Glider Staff deck. Like taking to the sky with Suki is pretty nice. I think we're going to cut Glider Staff. We're going to cut Yip Yip. We're going to cut Earth Kingdom Protector. And we're just going to rely on, like, once we get to a board stall, we just, like, win with, like, turning our creatures big or something. So we have a few removal spells. This is removal. This is removal. I feel pretty glad I took the Iroh's demonstration over the Suki. 2 Sukis, I mean, wouldn't be as good. I don't want to cut lands because I have ways to discard them, and also because I have plenty of mana sinks as well. This is removal. This is interaction 3. This is an interaction spell. This is like neither, but it's kind of a late game thing. Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5. 7. I want to keep my 7 2-drops. 7 2-drops, 5 3-drops, 5 4-drops. Maybe I do gather the White Lotus. And then I cut... This card is going to be pretty good in my deck, I think. I kind of want to cut a Yu Yan Archers. But I really want to make sure I hit my 2-drop on turn 2 like every game. This is tough. This is a tough build. I'm going to cut Wandering Musicians. It's a 4-mana 3/5 attacker that buffs my entire team when it attacks. That seems pretty good. Maybe I start cutting my removal spells a little bit. Like if I cut Path to Redemption, which seems pretty good in my deck. My creature count is at 16, and this is like 17, so I could probably cut 2 creatures and be okay. Maybe I cut Fire Nation Raider. Glider Kids number 3. Oh, I really don't want to cut Yu Yans, but I'll do it. Cut a Yu Yan. I mean, Airbending Lessons, maybe not the best in my deck. I don't know. Seems interesting. Anyway, we can always make changes later. I have plenty of room for customization. But as we get into the games, I would like to shout out the NicolaiBolas Patreon at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you're enjoying my videos and would like to support my mission to make Draft accessible for everyone around the world with my guides, sheets, and gameplay videos, then Patreon is the way to do so, and you gain access to some cool bonus content like my card-by-card tier list and Format Thoughts document. Special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It makes a tremendous difference, and I truly appreciate it. Anyway, let's get to the games. Great opening hand. The Kyoshi Battle fans are going to be great. Okay. Off to the races we go. We're in silver. Oh no. I guess I wasn't playing like ranked when I was... Yeah. Still. Time to put the beat down on. Do they have 2 1/1s? That's okay. So this hits harder, but this is more guaranteed to hit, and a scry would be useful about now. Beautiful. Because then I can go Battle Fans equip. So they're just playing 3 colors. Interesting. Maybe I don't want this guy, but buffing my whole team seems reasonable. Buff up Kyoshi because that lets it attack past the Guru. That's a good trade for me. I was hoping they would make that trade. Okay. Okie doke. So we're in a little bit of trouble, but not the end of the world. Gather the White Lotus would be good here. Maybe we do want that card. Like making 4 1/1s here. Treetop Freedom Fighters, okay. I think we'll just do this for now. They have to kill Glider Kids. And then Freedom Fighters plus Water Tribe Captain for 1 big attack maybe gets the job done. I don't really want to trade off my Water Tribe Captain, which is why I didn't want to suit him up in attack. Because they double block or whatever. Sure. That's a good draw. Okay. So now we have a pretty big attack set up for next turn. End step Aang's Iceberg, one of their creatures, then attack with everything, buff up the team. Boom. That is the benefit of what we just... Boom. Got the job done. That is what I'm talking about. That would have been a little bit harder to pull off if they had waited on using their removal spell. They maybe didn't want to give me an extra draw step, but they could have done it on my upkeep, and then I wouldn't have been able to attack them that way. So if you have an instant speed removal spell like that, and your opponent has enough mana to cast any of the relevant spells, I guess they could have been playing around. I mean, I hate to say it this way, but if they're in silver, they might not be playing around stuff at this level. But if they were trying to play around me having like 5 mana deal 5 or something like that, because that's like a removal spell that's in my deck, the 1 mana deal 2/5 mana deal 5. If they were trying to play around specifically that card, it makes sense to do it when I only have 3 mana available. But doing it that way doesn't play around Lightning Strike, doesn't play around the card that I ended up having, doesn't play around like Team Avatar. Wow, this is a nice hand as well. We don't have enough white mana to cast the double white Suki right now. But yeah, we have plenty of good stuff going on here. Gosh, I've been having so much fun in this format. It's been a lot of fun. Would I rather have Jet or 1 mana deal 2/5 mana deal 5? Probably Jet, honestly. I think Jet's pretty strong. 3/1 that is a kill spell. And I can even like re-trigger it with Airbending Lesson. Like do it again. My opponent is not doing anything crazy. They do have the Momo Avatar though, so... Okay. Kyoshi Battle Fan. Master Paku, sure. Here I think I will just play Team Avatar. Because I think it's going to be good here. Gets in 3 damage now that I wouldn't get in. Plays pretty well with Suki, because Suki... I guess Suki doesn't attack alone. I wonder if it does trigger, because it is attacking alone when it starts. I'm interested to see how that interaction lines up. They mill themselves, presumably, or maybe they... Yeah, they mill nobody, okay. Oh, I messed up. I messed this up. No! I should have played Suki first, because then it would get +2/+2. I forgot it worked on my other creatures. Yep. I mean, I think I deserve that after I was talking about how they're just a humble silver player, and then I do that. Oh gosh, that was super bad. Super bad. Okay. Okay. I'm interested to see how this Suki interaction works, actually. Oh my gosh, that's bad for me. That is not good. I was hoping they had literally anything but that card. That card is bad. Bad news bears. Okay. Okay, half of their life total. That was pretty good. They have potentially high amount of damage. Okay, sure. Eight. Okay, I think they're dead if they attack like this. I jump block. Then I have 1, 2, 3. I'll have 4 creatures. I mean, they are dead like always to Tuesday. I just airbending less than that thing and they also die. 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Could have also just attacked with these 3. Maybe from a pure quest optimization standpoint, I have a quest that says attack with more creatures. I don't remember, but it really didn't matter. It's like the classic, like, both plays are technically equally correct because there's nothing they could have that stops me for 0 mana. And, yeah. But that was a... I mean, obviously, that was pretty much just showing how insane United Front is. That card's pretty messed up. Oh, nice. Yu Yan Archers is going to be clutch here. I think this is a really good hand. Perfect. A land is just what I wanted. Why didn't I play... Oh my gosh. Whoops. Never punished, but that was pretty bad. I should have definitely played Mountain first so I could play Firebending Lesson. We're going to focus up now. I'm going to get rid of the second Yu Yans because I don't need them really. I already have a 3-drop to play. I want to draw lands so I can make this better. This isn't even an ally. Okay, I'm going to Firebending Lesson this. That seems really good to me. Because this, like, is a huge tempo advantage for me now. Then next turn I can play Glider Kids and tap land, and then the following turn, who knows? If I draw a land, I can maybe go United Front. Otherwise, I can keep waiting and play Iceberg. In the mirror match, getting on board seems good. The 1 toughness does seem like a liability, though, against, like, exactly this, but... But it does block the 3-1, so... I don't want the land, even though I have a card that uses lands, because I already have my land for next turn lined up. Glider Staff, okay. I've been airbended. Sure. I actually really do like drawing Airbending Lesson here. Let's just develop our board state. We don't really mind taking a hit for a couple turns, get another ally in play for when we play United Front. Airbending Lesson can get rid of their 1/1 token, enable a big attack potentially. Interesting. So what does this say they have? This attack implies combat trick for sure. +2/+2. They could have 2 different creatures get +2/+2. There's +2/+2. There's both creatures get +2/+2. There's one of them gets like first strike basically. Then red has +2/+0, +1/+1 and double strike, and +3/+1. I think if I don't block, I'm actually in okay shape here. Because the next turn I'll hold up my other spells. Okay, Firebender Ascension, sure. Lightning Strike, okay. Okay, Fire Nation Raider. That's a really good draw for them. I think I'm going to lose this game because of the way I played this so cautiously. Like, now I'm just dead if they have Combat Trick, which I assume they have. Oh, this is bad. Like, I assume Lightning Strike wasn't the instant they had. I played too scared this game. Okay. Okay, so they're out of cards, but they have a 2/2 flyer now. Okay, so I think I will win this game actually now. Especially with that draw. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can make 4 2/2s. And then they're just dead next turn. Because then I make the, it can make them each a 3/3. Okay. Gosh, they could have, yeah. Managed to get the win there. The +2/+0 was a card that was in my head as well, like giving both their stuff +2/+2. Them going for it, I don't know. If they give somebody else menace, it might have been better. But I had a flyer that could block, so. Yeah, Aang's Iceberg coming in clutch again. I sometimes play really defensive, and I think sometimes you just need to go for it. Like, getting a bunch of 2/2s into play would have been good earlier in that game as well. And playing like holding up stuff, not blocking. Because if I'd forced them to use +2/+0 earlier by blocking the 1/1 with a 3/3 or something, or could at least save myself some life. Okay, this is a good hand. Turtle, duck, sure. I don't think this card's very good. Oh, what a draw. Okay. I'm going to ditch Treetop Freedom Fighters, I think. Or the land. I think I want to get rid of the Treetop Freedom Fighters. I think it's just my weakest card. Now I'll get rid of a land later. That's a good draw. Definitely not attacking into their potential 4/4. Oh, they're just playing straight red-green with Aang's Journey. Interesting. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Because at a certain point, they'll just tap their mana. They won't have 3 up for this, and it'll be almost irrelevant. Like, they'll play a 5-drop. I will pass the redemption, whatever their 5-drop is, attack them for a bajillion. Yeah. Like that. Aang's Iceberg has been pretty good. Okay. We have one more Yuyan Archers, but we also have Sunblessed Peak in play, so I think we'll just play our land. And we have our... Oh, gosh, that card's messed up. Are they dead? Yeah. I just attack, block, block. They take lethal. Managed to get the job done. That was pretty good. Lots of pressure. I think our deck is performing really well, so we're not going to mess with it right now. Once we lose a game, we'll look at our deck again. But I sometimes like to be like, okay, I trust my past self. Their judgment has been doing pretty well for us so far. They've got a good balance of spells and all of that stuff. And then I think our cards are just high quality as well. Like, we have enough 2-drops, enough 3-drops. And we've been curving out pretty effectively, so that's been pretty nice. We haven't drawn that one card that I really wanted to try, the like triple red, make all of our guys into monsters card. We will have to see how that one plays out when we do draw it, because I think it's better in maybe a black-red deck that has more firebending, because black has some firebending. We don't have a ton of firebending, but this is a great hand. Like, on the play, we go 2-drop, Freedom Fighters, kill spell. We don't have anything we want to discard yet. So I don't think we want to play the Yuyan Archers, even though it's slightly more power for our attack. Getting this thing into play makes the Freedom Fighters better. And yep, okay. That card is pretty good against us here. We'll just play the Water Tribe Captain because it can attack into it. We don't really want to make this trade, especially because we have stuff that rewards us for going wide, like Jet. And this thing also can potentially like take it out and something else, depending on what they play. Okay. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Do you want to get the 3-1 down? I think we'll just play the Compassionate Healer. We're just building out our board state. Nothing crazy. They're playing not mono white. I doubt they're playing mono white, but if they jam the White Lotus card here, that would be crazy. Okay. We'll probably take out Suki with our demonstration. Really? Well, we go to... Interesting. I think that at the very least is a good block for us to make. 2-1 for 2-2. I don't think we want to make any of the other blocks, but then they get a 1-1. Let's just take the 12. Gosh darn it. They can hit us back for 6 when they replay Suki. We'll keep this guy back to trade with this dude. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, that's a bummer for sure. They leave it on top. That's not great. I guess we should have left the 1-1 here because we could trade with both of them. And they only get the 1-1-1. Kind of 2-1. Interesting. This isn't great for us. Ugh. We could maybe still get this. Finding an answer to Suki was step 1. I could have done it during combat too to maybe mess them up. Really not good. Yeah, we're just going to lose this game. Sure. Yep, that's game. Okay, that was... We could have maybe done some blocking earlier. They just kind of had everything lined up pretty well for them. Mono white kind of sweet, but just a little frustrating how that all happened. The first time them saving Suki was really bad for us. If we had been able to deal with Suki, then we would have been in much better shape. Any cards have been underperformers? I mean, we haven't really used Wandering Musicians. It looked pretty good for our opponents a couple times. Glider Kids has been pretty excellent every time we've drawn it. Yeah, we're just going to keep it the same for now. I feel like we have a lot of options and a lot of cards I kind of want to try. Like Gather the White Lotus in a 2-color deck. I wonder if it's just like worth playing sometimes. Like 5 mana, make 3 1/1s, scry 2. Is that a good card? Probably not. But if it gets to the late game and you have like 5 planes in play, I think I'm losing those games anyway. But in a mono white deck, it seems incredible. 5 mana, make 5 1/1s. So, just interesting. Okay, this is a pretty good hand. We've got Suki, we've got a 2-drop, we got a removal spell. There's also some argument to be made that we should have tried to just like... I mean, they played the Wandering Musician. We could have like taken the Wandering Musician out. Wow, perfect curve out here. We built our curve pretty well. I feel like we've curved out like every game, which is pretty nice. Yeah, that's a great draw. I still am curious how it interacts with Suki, because Suki attacks alone. This trigger goes on the stack. Because this is also a triggered ability. So I think you should be able to stack it properly. Oh. Okay. We'll get Suki down. Blue-white, eh? The Flyers deck. We'll see what we shall see here. Ah, they also have Suki. Interesting. So we don't really have a good attack with Suki right now. And we don't really want to play Path to Redemption right now because, I mean, now we have an attack with Suki. And if they double block, we lose Suki though, so we'll just chill. The thing is if we wait and eventually draw a land, we get to go Path to Redemption plus a 3-drop, which is just so much better. So just getting our 4-drop down this turn is pretty good. Okay, Rowdy Snowballers. Sure. So Suki's going to hit us for a bajillion. But we can block the token she makes. See, now we get to go this. Get a 4/4. If they triple block, it's not great for us. But they'll probably want to get rid of our 1/1, so I doubt they'll triple block. Feels like prime double block territory. They do triple block. Well done, opponent. Well done. I was a little surprised they triple blocked. I didn't think they would. Great draw. I almost didn't attack because they could triple block. But I think that was a really good play by them. Because a lot of players would just double block and then single block, and then I just win the game on the spot with my team Avatar. Okay. Okay. They block there. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. Yep. That's fine. We'll save this for something more important. We got to scry away bad card, so we're pretty happy. They have their Barrel of Blasting Jelly that they can use. I'm tempted to just use the path because I don't want them to draw Airbending Lesson and wreck me. Okay, we'll do it next turn. Because this actually is a lot of pressure. They have to, like, answer my stuff, kinda. Messenger Hawk, sure. 2 Messenger Hawks, okay. I can trade my 1/1 for a Messenger Hawk and also deal a bunch of damage. And then next turn I can Firebending lessen this thing. Okay, first time flyer. Okay, they have plenty of clues. They're attacking? Oh my gosh. That's a crazy attack. Well, now we just win. Boom, got the victory. I mean, I guess they didn't want a chump block, but... Yep, got the victory. I think they could have... If I was them, I mean, you can't really beat removal, so you just, like... Yeah, you can't really win a lot against a lot of things, but... So they're kind of in trouble. Boom, 5 wins, 1 loss. Just cruising. It's been very satisfying. Our deck is performing well. I think we played those games pretty well as well. The one attack with Suki, I mean, you got to attack with your Suki a lot of the time. It gives you, like, free win opportunities if they block badly, so... Wow, our deck is really... I mean, I think our curve is really well constructed, but we've been curving out, like, every single game. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. 2-drop, 3-drop... tongue twister. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers. Pickled peppers. But yeah, I really like the Battle Fan. I mean, it hasn't done as much in our deck yet. I think it's better with good with water bending too. This card is just very flexible, and I like that it like buffed up our glider kits a couple times. It's good with like flyers and evasive stuff. Jet has been interesting. Plays well with pretty well with airbending your own stuff. Suki's one of those cards that could be much worse than I like. Like I just like the Suki card. Like if they don't have anything, it just takes over the game by itself. It like facilitates like spots where you're pretty sure they're going to block certain things, so it plays well with combat tricks. Can make you like a 1-card army. But yeah, this is an easy keep. Two drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. Black red, okay. The Merchant of Many Hats. Wow. Another great draw, Kyoshi Warriors. I love Kyoshi Warriors. Suki is maybe best as like a last card standing type thing where you like everyone's exchanging resources, then you play your Kyoshi, your Suki, and win the game. Merchant of Many Hats has been okay in my experience. It's nothing crazy though. Okay. I'm gonna ditch the mountain. Could get a little bit punished, but it's not like the end of the world. Like as soon as I have one more land, it's like, okay, I'm in pretty good shape. So I have like draw step, scry, draw step to find my 4th land. So that makes this card a lot less impactful. Okay, glider kit's down. Okay. If they had a block set up for Suki, I wouldn't play it. I would just play Kyoshi Warriors, but they don't really have a block set up for Suki right now. Okay, now they do. They can block with the Beetlehead emerge. That's a fine trade, yeah. We'll trade 4-drops. Oh! And this way I get 5 damage, and they didn't want to trade. Interesting. Because I certainly didn't want to block. Okay. Cat Owl. Nice little piece of synergy there. So I can kill this and then attack them for bajillion. Or I can kill this. I think attacking them for a bajillion sounds nice. Especially because Jet can chump block. Like if Jet chump blocks, I get to put the 2 counters onto my 2 1/1s and make them lethal threats. So they have to have pump spell and flying. Interesting. So they have 3 blockers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers, so they're just dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the 6th attacker from Suki. Boom. That worked out. I think we played that pretty well. That was a clean game. I like a nice clean game. If this had lifelink, I'd just be like, oh my gosh. What have we done? Yep, Suki just kind of took over there. Suki did like 10 damage on her own almost, and then made an extra creature for that last turn. Beautifully done. We're 1 game away from the trophy. Would be pretty sweet. Nice little game we've gotten to play. And I think our deck is humming along nicely. We're just going to keep it the same. It's always funny because we are not playing some of the cards that I really like. Like, I really think Airbending Lessons is a good card, but I also think my deck really just wants creatures and curving out. And, like, we've really, like, we have a good mix of, like, removal spells, tempo plays. We still haven't drawn the card that, like, makes all of our creatures into monsters. Like, the one that gives them all, like, extra damage. I would like to see that card in action because it's one of those ones that's hard for me to judge without it. And, like, it's funny because I read it and I'm like, wow, this card's insane. And then I, like, got asked it I got it 3rd pick, so I was like, man, other players don't even think it's like worth taking in their first couple picks. I'm like, this is not a huge thing because like not every player knows what's going on, but some players know what's going on. Maybe one of my worst hands because I don't have a 3-drop yet, but Healer on turn 2 on the play is pretty good. And I've got, this is why I don't prioritize 4-drops as much. Like the 1 Wandering Musicians has maybe been my weakest card. Okay, Paku. Let's scry first before we play the Yu-Yan, see what we're going to draw. Okay, so we know we're going to draw a mountain. I guess we don't really want to draw a mountain. I'm going to ditch the Wandering Musicians. That kind of worked out. Keeping Wandering Musicians could have also worked out. Because then I have like Kyoshi, I play Wandering Musicians, it helps me attack with Compassionate Healer. I just feel like so much of my deck works well with Kyoshi. But then again, attacking more with Compassionate Healer would be good as well. Toph, Blind Bandit, okay. I'm doing this because I think next turn I will lose the ability to attack at all. And I really think a Scry is useful here. I don't want that card. Buffing my creatures is nice, but I want to draw my like removal spells, things like that. I also don't love cards that are like lagged by a turn. It gives your opponent a good chance to respond and deal with them if they're going to be problems. So like Wandering Musicians, I think ditching it is okay. I could have also ditched nothing, but I think finding a removal spell is pretty valuable. Okay. They have the 2+1/+1 counters on it. Fight spell. It's pretty good. I feel like that card always comes down after Toph. Oh, man. That happened earlier to us, I think. But yeah. No, it's a Herbalist. Okay. Jet's really good. Not going to be good yet, but it'll do some stuff. We're going to spend a couple turns playing our Kyoshi Warriors, and then Jet is going to be a good kill spell for their top-end card. And then after that, Yu-Yan Archers can get rid of any extra lands we draw. We have a Battle Fan to like turn our creatures into like actual like reasonable threats. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That's a pretty good card. That's a good one. The thing about Toph that's good to know is if you kill the land, then Toph becomes a 0/3. So, like, it's not, like, all bad news on the Toph front. Because, like, it's definitely a doable thing to play against. There's definitely counterplay. Though it is a lot of stats for 3 mana. They have 5 cards in hand, but I don't know. I think they're winning this game right now. They were able to slow my early advance. Glider Kids would be good here. Okay, so they have 4 cards in hand. They have 6 lands in play. They've gotten a bit of card advantage. I've gotten to scry away a bad card, though. Wandering Musicians would probably be okay here. I don't really regret getting rid of the water guy, though. This would be a great, great game for the turn all my creatures into monsters type card. Like, if I can give all my creatures, like, +3 power, basically, at some point this game, like, all these 1/1s just become devastating. Or, like, United Front is always a great draw. Though I don't have double white yet. Earth Rumble, gosh darn it. I'm pretty shocked they did it this way. I feel like they would want to turn their guy into a 4/4 and fight my Kyoshi Warrior. Ooh, speak of the devil. Okay. Oh, man. Hmm. I actually can win a long game here. I can be patient because of the Fated Firepower. Like, I draw 1 land, play Jet, kill their biggest creature. Then I draw another land, play Fated Firepower. All my creatures are insane. Okay. I'm glad I kept my jet. That's going to have to die. Toph is pretty nuts. Yoshi Battle Fan. This is not great. Okay, I need to draw a land. This is a desperate need for land situation. Oh, they have... Yeah. Okay. I have like one more turn to draw land. If they get too many 2/2s, it's just over for me. Lion Turtle, okay. Come on, deck. Give me a land. No! Oh my gosh. This is terrible. Wow, we're going to lose this game. Oh my gosh. Oh, man. If we had drawn a land like last turn to kill this Toph before it just took over the game by itself. We did get rid of one land. We didn't feel like we needed it. Sure. You're kidding me. What do they have to protect Toph? Huh. So they put it from their library second from top, and so they can play it again next turn. Well, that's terrible. Though, to be fair, that card would have beaten me badly, so... I guess this next turn I just hope to draw a land, I attack all, and see what happens. Might as well do that. Since the Lion Turtle can block one of my creatures anyway with the Fated Firepower. Come on. I feel like I might be able to win if I draw a land and they block weird. Because they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers, and I have 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. All my creatures died. So now I hope to top deck United Front. Remember, I can sacrifice this path to redemption, so I'm not dead next turn either. So I can trade with both their guys still. Of course. Of course. Why would they not top deck Expel that turn? Gosh darn it. My goodness, I actually would have been okay. No! Oh my gosh. If they just like whiffed for a turn, I could have like sacked this, double blocked their stuff. Oh my gosh. Man, that's rough. Yeah. Gosh darn it. I think I had to attack all, but maybe not. Oh man. Because I needed to get that Toph off the battlefield, and attacking all made the thing block, but oh, if they'd whiffed one turn, I would have been back in it. Because it would have just been it was a pure top deck war at that point. Because I had on my next turn, they had like no cards in hand, and on my next turn I had stuff to do. If I could have drawn my land for Jet earlier, I could have maybe stopped their Toph from taking over the game, but you know, that's how it goes. They would then had their lost days still available. Oh, there's United Front. Oh, this could be good for the home team. This could be good for the home team. I'm probably going to ditch Fated Firepower. The Fated Firepower plus United Front is pretty sweet. I'm just not very close to casting it for a meaningful amount, and drawing lands is important here. Nice. I wonder if they have a lesson to stop me here. Azula, sure. Perfect, I can kill that. The more lands I draw, the happier I am. I considered firebending lessening this and then path redemptioning this, but I didn't want them to have like a self-bound spell or something, or a sacrifice effect. They can still loot with this thing. For 3 mana. Do this. Keep my 3/1 around. They get to loot twice here. Get rid of Sokka's Haiku. Nice for them. And they get rid of Sokka, so they have a spell in hand, that's for sure. Okay. So they have 2 mana, draw a card. Okay. They're all stunned. Interesting. Let's just do that. Them having a looter in play is not great for me either, but I have 3 cards in hand that they have like nothing going on, so. I don't know. I don't really have good emotes for them. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not really trying to block. I'll just send them to 1 so that everything's lethal, so they kind of have to jump block. Wow, they don't jump block. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Oh no. What kind of card could they have to get out of this? Yep. -2/-2 to everything doesn't save the day. Boom! Got the trophy. Let's go. Oh, that last game, the Avatar team. Team Avatar clutched up. That let me get so many attacks in, did so much extra damage, attack past their stuff. What a victory. 7-2. We got the job done. That was awesome. Lost a couple of close ones, but my goodness, that was satisfying. What a win. 7 victories. I think we built the deck pretty well. We curved out very consistently. Yu Yans were fine. Kyoshis were fine. United Front was awesome. I will say Fated Firepower wasn't insane. I think you need to kind of be a firebending deck to make this card good, because that helps you, first of all, get the triple red. Second of all, cast it for like a high X number. I didn't have any firebenders in my deck, but if you do have firebending, it could be pretty good. I think Fire Nation Raider could have been making the cut. I don't know. Wandering Musicians never did anything crazy for us, but we saw it do some good stuff for our opponent. Yeah, I think we just had a good deck. Nice little consistent stuff. And I was excited to play it and battle. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag token wins, because we were a nice little tokens deck, got a bunch of wins, and ended up winning, or Team Avatar. But yeah, hashtag token wins to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. That's going to do it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.